welcome back to Chef It Up. I'm Ianthia Smith, your host. Thanks so much for joining me again in the kitchen. I know I look a little different, but I promise you, my belly is all the same, and I'm just ready to eat some amazing food today. If you're anything like me, you love a good brunch meal, some good potatoes and eggs and just some bacon morning, noon, or night. And that's why I'm so happy my chef today brought me the bestest brunch menu. Chef Maurisa Glinton.
Hello.
Welcome to Chef It Up.
Thank you very much for having me.
My first female chef. We girl bossing today, okay?
We in here.
Screw the guys, we girl bossing today. What are we making? I see some potatoes, I see some eggs, and I'm excited.
Absolutely. We're gonna actually do a mixed potato hash, and we should jump right into that because the potato is gonna take a little while to sort of pre-cook. So you always want to rinse your potatoes first, and you always want to put potatoes into room temperature water and then boil. You never want to put potatoes into hot water because they'll cook from the outside in, and you don't always get an even cook. So we're just gonna slice the potatoes,
just cut a couple of these?
just in half.
All right.
And we can put them in here. We're gonna just put them into some salted water. While you're doing that, I'm actually gonna start on our sweet potatoes.
So what should I look forward to this dish? I see some potatoes, we have eggs later.
That's right. So this dish is gonna put kind of a lot of different aspects of brunch into one plate. And for me, whenever I do brunch, especially if I'm cooking at home, I'm usually cooking for a group. So I love family style plating. I love family style meals. Put it on a platter, let people take a little of everything, what they want, and then you just kind of build it together. So I'm going to put, we can just put all of these in here.
Oh, nice. Alrighty, so my potatoes are chopped in half. These are the baby potatoes that I did.
A handful of those in there.
All right, and I think we dashed a little bit of salt at the bottom of this pot, right?
That's right.
So it's just a little dash of salt in here, and we're now putting in our sweet pepper and our, this is already beautiful. It's orange, red, purple.
Right? I love those fall colors. It's beautiful.
I love it. It's matching my dress.
I always try to tell people to remember the people, when we eat with our eyes first.
Yes, we do.
Right? So whatever you see, that's going to be kind of what how you expect to,
Nice.
So we're just gonna put some water in here.
How much water do we put in there though?
Now we're just gonna do it so that we cover the tops of the potatoes. We don't need a lot of water in here. This isn't gonna be a very long boil, and we're not even cooking them all the way through because they're gonna cook again in this pan. But we wanna soften them so we're not here trying to cook and they're just burning the entire time.
Potatoes can be a hassle sometimes.
They sure can. So what we wanna do now is just get these to come to a rapid boil. And once that happens, we can drain them.
Slide it over.
There we go.
How much?
Let's get it going pretty rapidly.
So putting our stove on, like a little more than half of the way.
Medium high.
Yeah, to let
medium
these
high. Get that
boil down.
boil.
So what next?
Okay, so while those boil, what we're gonna do is start cutting up things like our onions and our peppers, and I'll just show you an example of how to cut one, and then I'm gonna leave you to it. Okay, so
perfect.
We can just start here with this. Now, for me, I try to use as much of everything as possible.
Oh, that smells so good.
Listen, I love when I can find.
I've never seen a pepper cut like this.
Yep.
What is going on?
It's much easier. So you keep all the seeds contained. You keep all the. You get all those veins out of there.
Do you know how much sweet pepper I waste often?
Exactly, and that's the beauty of that little process right there.
Nice.
You can just give that to you in the garbage there.
All
right, and then I don't use any of these. All right, I don't like to waste them. So, once you cut those off, we're just gonna slice them, and then when they're done, you're gonna turn them back this way, and we're just gonna put a nice little dice on them. Okay,
perfect.
Does not have to be
perfect.
I
am not the best cutter.
We're doing rustic cooking here. Ooh. Okay, we want things to be as sort of beautifully, like I said, rustic as possible.
Rustic. Okay. So it's not perfect. It's not too uniform. But still delicious.
We're not doing the culinary school cuts today. We're just gonna,
So I hope you guys are cooking along with us. Our brunch dish. And I know you guys would be looking at my hair, right? Yes, I'm rocking the faux locks. And Maurisa said as soon as I walked in, she was just like, geez. Telling your story and your 12-year
my heart
growth,
skipped a beat.
And then you cut them off.
That's right. I took a week and I started combing them out and going through that process after 12 years. I must have patience, trust me, on both sides go in and to come out. But yeah, you walked in today and let me tell you, my heart fluttered. I had a moment where I went, I missed them. But everything's about change.
Yeah.
And I think as we go through different, times in life and or in different situations, hair for me is always kind of a representation of
where you're at,
where
right?
I'm at. I don't know, like I feel a way, I do something with my hair. So
yeah,
that was drastic, I guess. But I had a big birthday this year. I thought it was time for a big change.
I love it. Well, for me, I trying to do this natural hair journey
Yep.
thingamajig.
Yep.
And I was telling you that the perm was looking real good under the counter on the
Creamy
weekend.
crack. That creamy
That
crack.
creamy crack was looking real good, but I said no. As a woman, I'm 30 now. I want to see my hair grow out
That's right.
in its natural form. So I said, let me just do something protective, something cool and funky. So I stole your locks.
You know what? They're in good hands. That's fine.
I stole your locks. But a lot of people are rocking these though.
Yes,
It's like
they are.
the trend
They
of
are.
fall or something. The
They
celebrities,
are.
everyone.
Let me tell you, everybody's kind of going with that sort of, bohemian chic look of sorts.
This is why I'm happy I have a girl in the kitchen with me. Like we can talk hair and beauty and
We
makeup.
can multitask. We can
I
cook good
know,
food and still talk
right?
about girly things. That's okay. There's no rule against that.
So what are you doing over there? I'm chopping up my peppers.
You're chopping up your peppers, that's right. And I am actually chopping up onions, and I'm gonna do some of the peppers as well, just to kind of help the process go along. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna use this as my refuse
And what are these
bowl.
going in? These going in our...
These are going in the hash.
Oh,
Okay,
hash.
so this hash is gonna have mushrooms and onions and sweet peppers and thyme.
You are bringing it
and
today.
shallots,
Ooh.
and we're just gonna put a lot of flavor into these potatoes. That's what I'm saying. We don't really need to be too heavy on the starch.
Yeah.
But we want to balance it out with a lot of flavor. I kind of like to cook as sort of organically as possible. I like salt and pepper, like the natural flavor things to kind of come out. So we're gonna just try to do that, okay?
So what's your favorite dish to make? You seem really
so
excited
hard.
about this one. Other than this one, what's your favorite dish?
That's difficult. I have to tell you, I love Italian, I love Asian. So if there's something that I don't know how to do, I will often try to go and find out how to make it, because I love to eat like dim sum and sushi and things like that. So
Nice.
I'm always on a little mission to learn.
Nice.
So
All
yeah.
right, guys. So I'm in the kitchen with Chef Maurisa Glinton. Our potatoes are going. We're now chopping up our herbs for our
right.
hash. We'll be right back. This is Chef It Up. Welcome back to Chef It Up, everyone. Chef Maurisa Glinton still in the kitchen with me, and we're whipping up brunch. Who doesn't love a good brunch meal? So we gotta have some pancakes, some eggs, some hash, and bacon. The only thing we did since we left you guys is that we strained off our potatoes that we had boiling a little earlier. So what's next?
Okay, so now we're gonna do two things. We're gonna start to multitask a little bit
Okay.
here, okay? We're gonna try and get our bacon rendering. We wanna get that nice and crispy, because we're gonna kind of use that a little bit more of a garnish at the end. So we wanna get that rendered, get a lot of that fat out, and then put it aside to rest, and then we'll start putting together all the little components
nice.
for our hash, okay?
So you want me to get the bacon?
So you can get the bacon for me out of the fridge.
My pleasure.
Absolutely.
All right.
And simultaneously, what I'm gonna do here is, while you get that going, I'm actually, if you have me those mushrooms, I will just slice a couple of those up.
What kind of mushrooms are we using today?
So these are baby bellas. It's a very hardy mushroom. It's literally the miniature form of a portobello, essentially, more or less. It's kind of how we kind of associate it. And they're a very hardy mushroom. They're very meaty. I find a lot of times when I'm cooking for vegetarians and things like that, mushrooms are always a really good
like their
meat
meat
sub.
good.
And portobellos are one of the best, hardiest mushrooms that you can use to really get that same
Nice.
gumption sort of feeling.
Nice. So tell me a little bit more about you and your chef.
My chefing it up.
Where? Yeah, you're chefing it up.
My chefing it up.
You said
Well,
that this is your passion.
It is, and I kind of came into it sort of organically, and I'm grateful for that. I think a lot of people kind of take a lot of time to get there, but I think it found me more than anything else. Okay, so while this bacon is getting rendered over here,
Hear that
that
sizzle.
sizzles, one of my favorite sounds in the world.
This smells so good.
I love me some bacon.
Oh, this smells
Let
so
me
good.
just tell you. So what we're gonna do actually, right? I'm gonna start heating up this pot too. We're gonna start trying to saute down our herbs.
Okay.
God would not want us to waste bacon fat. That's my story.
That needs to be on a bumper sticker.
I'm telling you, I'm on a shirt.
So what do we do now? You want me to pour this in
Okay,
here
so
now,
right, we're
or-
gonna start putting this together. Let's get
Okay.
your pan heating up a little bit for those eggs.
So we're gonna make some sunny side up eggs. That's my favorite type
Absolutely.
of egg.
Gotta have that yolk. You need that runniness to kind of pull it all together.
Yes.
And we're gonna finish the hash. And while all of this is happening, I'm gonna make a quick bechamel sauce. Those of you
What
who
is
don't know,
that?
A bechamel sauce is a basic white sauce. Has a little bit of nutmeg, heavy cream. Usually bring it together with a little roux, a little flour, and
Nice.
butter. And that's gonna kind of just drizzle over this whole thing when it's done.
Alright.
So if you could just hand me that wooden spoon.
Here you go.
What I'm gonna do now is, all I did in putting these things in here is adding a little salt and pepper, just a little bit, and that pulls out a lot of moisture. So you always want to add the salt and pepper sort of towards the end once the veggies have started to cook a little. If you put it in the beginning, water, all the water comes out.
Salt and pepper did that. Interesting.
Yeah, salt will always pull out moisture. So also I'm gonna add to that just a little bit of paprika, which I love, by the way. It's just one of those really great flavors.
So I can get my eggs
going.
going.
It's about a teaspoon.
Now, what's the pretty way to crack an egg? Because me, I crack on the side of the. What's the pretty way to do it?
You do whatever is easiest for you. I do a little crack and separate, but you know.
I crack on hair.
I mean, or you can use a fork. You use whatever makes you feel comfortable. I just don't get it all over yourself.
Let me crack.
I'm gonna put a little bit of that bacon fat. Just drizzle that in there.
I love me some good egg. With the bacon fat, she's drizzling around the egg. I love that.
You don't let it stick, and then it's just a little flavor added in.
Nice. I never thought about that.
I'm also gonna fold our potatoes in here now. They would have had time to cool so that they won't overcook.
Nice.
So we're just gonna pour those little pretty.
See, I don't usually eat hash brown, but I could eat this hash.
Right.
This is my kind of thing. Colorful, flavorful, just piles of all sorts of different things in here. There's purples and oranges and yellows and greens.
Oh yeah.
I could do this.
And flavor for days.
And flavor for days. So my egg is going. I can hear him over here
sizzling away.
Just that.
And I'll give you a little trick for what I find helps with the eggs. A lot of people when they're frying eggs, they get a little concerned about the whites not setting.
Okay.
So what I do is, first of all, always want to keep it on a lower heat than not. Because, you know, once it's gone, it's a little too gone. And you just kind of keep making these little
incisions in the egg she's making.
Right? So it'll pull the nucleus back a little bit. It'll let all of that white kind of, you know, and then you don't worry about frying the bottom to death.
Yeah.
And then you have all the white still left on top.
Got
so
you. All right, so I'll let that sit for a minute.
Now these have been stirred together. I'm gonna put this on the side, and I'm actually gonna make a quick bechamel sauce here using the rest of that little bacon fat drizzle.
Okay, this bacon fat is going along.
Let me tell you, it is the gift that keeps on giving. All right, we're gonna put some butter in here. That's right. We're gonna heat this stove top back up.
Alrighty.
Just about a medium. And once this is melted, you're just gonna add a little bit of flour, maybe about a tablespoon, you know, because we're not making very much, right?
Okay.
Once you whisk all that together, we're gonna add a little heavy cream, salt and pepper, nutmeg, basic bechamel. That's just gonna help us to dress this and pull this all together in the end.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. This is a very easy dish to make. It's taking a lot of parts or pulling together, but it's real simple.
Yeah,
Most of it is just herbs.
And I think we've just been enjoying our just couple
Yeah, we've just been talking, so the time just been flying by. Alrighty.
Okay. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put
some
a little
people
bit of
don't
flour.
like that. Some people don't like their yolk to
be runny.
I don't like the runny yolk, but I like when the yolk.
You like a little medium. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
I don't mind the yolk at all.
I got you.
Some people don't like that, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So bechamel, what else could we use this sauce for?
You can use this on just about everything. It's one of what they call the mother sauces, which is the basic sauces that, you know, French cuisine would have bloomed from. So bechamel sauce, minus the nutmeg, for example, would be very close to an Alfredo sauce.
Okay.
But it's really good on chicken. It's really good on pork. You can have it with steak. You can add sort of different spice levels to it, and you know, it kind of becomes its own little thing. But I love a good cream sauce. So.
Nice.
Okay, so now we have that flour melted, it's incorporated. See, it's almost like the consistency
so that was
of
just flour and butter.
quicksand. Flour and butter and that little bit of bacon fat that was left in the
Yeah,
bottom.
the bacon fat.
All right.
Oh, this
So if you would hand me that heavy cream, I'm gonna add that in here now and let this come together. I'm just gonna hit it with some salt and pepper. Just maybe a pinch or two, another pinch of nutmeg. Now nutmeg is very powerful. You don't want to put too much in there because you're gonna
Alrighty.
get a burnt flavor.
So our kitchen is going, you guys, and here smells like Monday morning going to school. We'll be right back. This is Chef It Up. Welcome back to Chef It Up, you guys. Our meal is just about done.
Almost there.
Real quickly, what did we do here today?
Okay, quick recap. We did a mixed potato hash. So we have our purple, red, yellow baby potatoes, baby bella mushrooms, sweet potato, cherry tomatoes, shallots, red, yellow, green pepper in here. We sauteed that down with a little bacon fat, We rendered some bacon. We fried some beautiful eggs. We made a lovely bechamel sauce. Right now, I'm actually about to do a bananas Foster topping for our pancakes that are gonna go with this, and then we're gonna try and pull that together with a lovely little cocktail.
Nice.
So we were ambitious today. I think we're gonna get it done. I think we're gonna get it done. So I'm just gonna actually toss these bananas.
And it all smells so good and looks so delicious. So these are the bananas that she said is going to go on top of our pancakes.
That's right.
And we made our pancakes from scratch, guys.
That's
This is
right.
not boxed. I literally watched her mix the mixture. What did you put in there?
Okay, so our pancake mix, and everybody's gonna have a little different version. First with this topping, let me just, before switches on me, I just melted a little butter with some brown sugar, sliced up my banana, and I just threw it in there. And then I'm gonna kind of bring this together with some heavy cream to make a little bit more of a caramel kind of sauce. Now, when it comes to our,
That looks so good.
listen, the taste is just, it's
And I don't usually eat banana, but I've been eating more banana as of late, so this is perfect.
This is probably one of the only ways that I actually enjoy bananas.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I couldn't eat banana in anything, but as of late, I've been incorporating it more in my diet, so I think I could do this today.
Yeah, so we're just gonna swirl this around. We're gonna do like a little burnt caramel type sauce with this. Now, our pancake batter is really simple. Flour, about 2 cups of flour, about a tablespoon of baking powder, 1 egg, maybe a half cup of heavy cream, and a little bit of salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. It's always important to put salt to balance sugar. I know it sounds like salt in pancake batter, but you really wanna have that flavor balance or there's no distinction. Okay?
Nice.
So as we can see, this is coming together really nice and
This is beautiful.
bubbly and beautiful.
This is beautiful.
We're gonna just pour a little oil in here, and I'm actually gonna let you start pouring the pancakes.
All
Okay, and this is just so we don't have that little sticking there.
All right.
That is good and done.
And then we pour it
I'm
down.
gonna pour it down. That's right.
My sister always would tell me I'm so stingy. Everything I do is be too little
You can
bit.
pour a little bit more.
So let me put some more.
Now I can actually start plating this up too, so we
Okay.
can kind of have 2 separate plates here.
All right.
So let's start putting our hash together. We are gonna just put this hash here.
So how long do these pancakes really take? Because clearly I was too early.
But when the pan is at the right temperature and all these other things, you're probably gonna have each side go for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
That's usually the amount of time that it kind of takes to
So I'm gonna drop some more
get
back
nice and
here.
bubble. Yeah, we'll put some in that pan as well, and that'll kind of, help the process go
All right,
along.
so-
I'm gonna sneak your eggs
Sure. Go right
over
ahead.
here. Start placing these.
So I'm gonna drop some more pancakes back here just so we could, whoops.
There you go. That pan's nice and hot.
This pan is
there you go.
sizzling.
Let's get our eggs.
See, I used to pour in my pancake batter straight out the bowl. In a smaller bowl, of course.
Just a
One
little
that my
bowl.
wrist
I know.
could take.
Okay.
All right.
This was our bechamel sauce that we made with the heavy cream, flour, butter, and a little bit of the nutmeg. And we're just gonna kind of drizzle this.
Really? Look at this. You guys should see this in
on
person. I hope
here.
you're cooking along.
Okay.
Oh,
And then we're gonna add a little bit of our Monterey Jack cheese.
Monterey Jack.
Just a little like this.
why did you choose that cheese?
I find that it's pretty mild, it's creamy, it does well with some of the other flavors that we have in there. I tend to like it a lot with paprika, I found also.
Okay. Now, is this ready? I think this one is ready to flip.
I think that can flip. Hey! Success!
This one is a little fatter, but that's fine. Pancakes are never
all love, it's all love.
identical.
Okay, borrow your knife over there. Let me just cut up some scallions for the top of our dish. And the bacon, actually, because that's going to be our final steps
bacon.
with our garnish. Anybody who knows me and knows my cooking knows I love scallions. Like, green onions for me are like bae.
Really?
I can eat them with absolutely anything, and I often do. I have a friend who always makes a joke. She's like, so you got scallions for that, right? Yes, yes, I do.
That's your thing.
You can just hate away, but I just feel like they add so much flavor. And it's double-sided. Most people cook with the white and garnish with the green. I like all of them. It's a little crunch, it's a little bite.
How are they different from the other flavors we put in there? What are they going to add to the dish?
This is just another family in the onion, right? But it's just going to add some color. It's going to add some crunch.
Like, this dish needs to be on somebody's brunch menu. Why isn't this on somebody's brunch menu?
Well, I do a version of it, you know, but you know, we always try to switch it up.
I ain't even tasted yet, but I already know that this is going to be good.
This is always a huge
My
hit.
pancake have a little crust. I think it's time for this one to go.
Yeah, Mommy, take that off of there. That's fine. That's
Time
fine.
for this one to go.
That's fine. There's another plate right here behind
Okay.
you. Okay, let me cross right behind you for a sec. All right, and you're gonna just drop those right there. I don't know if you want to do maybe one more. And then you can feel free to just take this and we're just gonna drizzle that over there. All right. So like we said, we have a mimosa that we're doing, and that's Campari. It's gonna be the cava, and it's going to be the ruby red grapefruit juice.
This sounds delicious.
Okay.
I'm glad it's not an orange-based one.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a huge fan of orange juice.
Yeah, especially in my
Yeah, I you know, as I'm getting older, I'm noticing my body doesn't do what it used to do, and so acid reflux and me can, you know, sometimes not be the best of friends. So I find that it's not so bad when I use the grapefruit juice.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the tannins seem to be a little, you know, a little more controlled.
Nice. All right.
All right. So we're gonna stack those up. You want to keep doing those while I kind of start making our mimosas.
So one big
there.
stack you want?
You can kind of layer them a little bit. No, we don't want to be too. We don't want to be too uniform.
Yes, it's rustic.
We keep it rustic.
This is a rustic cooking, so not so uniform.
We keep it rustic.
Love that. These pancakes smell really good.
Listen,
I love banana I know we're putting the banana on
top.
So
right?
do you usually like mush your banana in the batter?
Sometimes I do, but I find that, you know, when you can have it optional for people who want that sauce versus another sauce, you know, I kind of just keep it a little separate because I know I am a little funny about bananas.
Yeah.
In general. All right, so we're gonna move.
Oh, look at that. Do you see how beautiful
guy
that
over
is?
here? All right.
Time for the mimosas.
For the fun part.
Let me not forget my pancake. Get too excited.
Yeah, no, let's
with
not
the
can't come
and
too
of course,
far.
where did you get your buying from? 700, right?
700, absolutely. I know they, you know, I've been dealing with them for years now, and they never cease to amaze me with them when I find something new there that I've never seen there before. So that's really cool.
Nice.
Cava is something that's been kind of making its face known lately in the culinary and, you know, drinking scene. It's been around for a while, but most people do Prosecco's and sparkling wines, champagnes. Cava's not as...
Woo! Pop!
That's when you know the day is good.
Yes.
Cava's not as utilized, so that's what we're gonna try to do here. All right. And Campari, like I said, Campari is a bit of an aperitif. It's a liqueur, but it's a bitter, sweet sort of effect. And it's heavy, so I like to always pour the Campari on the bottom.
Okay.
Just a bit, maybe about an ounce. And again, the flavor is very strong, so we don't want to kind of overpower it. And you can always add more. I happen to like a lot of Campari. Other people might not like it so much, you know, but we just give people their options. All right.
Let me just top it off.
And then we're gonna top it with a little bit of cava.
This is gonna be a great day. I can feel it already.
It just feels like it's coming.
Yeah,
together, right?
I can just feel it already. This is beautiful.
Top it with a little
it looks like a grown-up mimosa, you know?
Yeah, you know, it's a little different, a little sexier, right? And that's the thing about mimosas. People, you know, standardly and traditionally, yes, I know it's usually orange juice and champagne or prosecco, but I always tell people to be encouraged to try different flavors, try different juices. For example, if you make it with a cranberry juice, it's called poinsettia.
Okay.
All right. And then this is just our ruby red grapefruit.
The grapefruit juice.
That we're just gonna add. And look how that color
So how
changes.
are the flavors from the mimosa gonna meld with the flavors
everything
in the
going
food?
on
Yeah.
here? For me, that's why another reason I picked the cava. I feel like it goes really well with that Campari and that sort of bittersweet taste that's going on. Remember, I told you already, I like to do the sweet and the savory.
Yeah.
So we have the sweet potatoes in there. We also have, you know, the onions and the peppers. Then we have this nice sweet concoction going here, but hopefully the citrus will also kind of cut through some of that.
All right.
Okay.
I think it's time to eat.
I think so too.
You teased me long enough.
You want to drizzle this over our pancakes here? Let's just do a little. Let's just do a little.
Oh man, my belly.
And if you reach right behind you, we have some whipped cream that we can kind
Whipped
of,
cream.
you know, why half step? Why half step? We're here. We're here.
You are trying to kill me today. You are. I'll let you do the honors.
You let me do the honors? Okay. All right, let's try to just do a little.
This is a lot of brunch. This is a lot of food, and I'm happy. So this pancake does not require Aunt Jemima's syrup
at all.
We made our own glaze, our own sauce to go over this banana
Foster's pancake. And then we have our 3 potato all-in hash. And then we have our lovely Negroni mimosas.
Nice.
So I'm gonna let you take that one there.
Ah, thank you. It's good to always start with the drink.
I feel like it sets it up right,
cheers.
right? So cheers. And you can let me know what you think of that, how you like that.
This is good.
Right?
Campari wouldn't be my choice of drink, but I see how it works with this. And that ruby red grapefruit, the perfect little touch on top.
Right.
I love it.
Right. Yeah, it's very nice, very refreshing.
This mimosa is so good. This is delicious. You guys, we're gonna toss it to a quick break, but after that, we're gonna dig in. We'll be right back. This is Chef It Up. Welcome back to Chef It Up, guys. The moment of truth. The brunch of all brunches is now ready for taste testing. You gonna eat with me?
I sure will.
All right. I think I'm gonna start over here, where the bacon and the eggs and the potatoes are, okay?
That's where the party's happening. That's where the party's happening.
All right, so let me dig in over here.
Yeah.
This is beautiful, by the way. It smells amazing. I hope you guys are planning on making this dish at some point, because if not, you're gonna be missing out. I'm trying to get everything in here. A little bit of potatoes, a little bit of bacon, some onions, some
sauce on there.
Oh my goodness. Egg is like the bestest thing ever. This is absolutely amazing. The potatoes. Those sweet potatoes down in there. They're like buried treasure down underneath this whole thing right now.
With that bechamel, it's delicious.
That sauce. I'm gonna go over here now to our pancakes. I got a little shallot over here, but that's fine. Got some of this banana and then some whipped cream.
Little caramel.
This is why breakfast is like the best thing to have morning, noon, or night. Absolutely. Chef Maurisa, you just put it down. As my first female chef, I tip my hat to you, because this meal is absolutely amazing, and you're gonna come back, right?
Absolutely.
This, guys, is the brunch of all brunches. This has been Chef It Up. Thank you so much for watching. I have some food to get to, so bye.